No? It seems long here because I'm describing everything I'm doing, but it's usually faster. And
So for every cell and for every thing we do, we have to set all these parameters, right?
if you want to simulate every cell, then yeah. But in order not to put all these simulation parameters again, if I want to simulate it again, I save everything I did for simulation through the session menu and just save it here. And next time I want to simulate that circuit again, I just load that state and everything's ready for me. I just have to netlist and run.
What about the layout?
The layout? The layout is much different procedure than this. Yeah.
Cadence do have a layout editor.
Yeah, the layout editor, in fact, looks pretty similar to this one. You just draw rectangles instead of.
I mean, can Cadence convert from this schematic to layout?
To convert from schematic to layout, it's very complicated. You have to go through another software that routes your circuit and places the cells.
We're not doing that in our class.
No, we're not doing that. We might like talk about it a little bit, but we're not going into details. And to convert from layout to schematic, it's easy. Just create the Spice netlist and then from Spice to schematic.
So what's the main functionality of this tool?
Of
Just simulate circuit.
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's not used to create something to fabricate the circuit.
Actually, it's if you want to fabricate something, you do the layout.
Yeah.
But before.
Not from this tool, you know.
No, not from the schematic, of course. But whenever you do layout, you actually do the equivalent schematic of that layout. And Cadence has a really nice tool that does schematic versus layout comparison. You give it a schematic, you give it the layout, and it tells you if they are the same, they do the same function. So that it tells you that this layout performs the same thing as the schematic. So you don't have to verify your layout.
But what happens in the industry if, like, design engineer has a tool? What is the input to this tool? Like, is it a schematic or a layout?
Of course, first you do the schematic before starting the layout to verify, because it's much faster, to verify that your design is correct.
But this tool will be unable to like make it a netlist at the end.
You can make it a layout if you need from here, but like I said, it's complicated, and it usually starts from Verilog, not from a schematic. The Verilog will produce a netlist, and then the netlist produce the layout.
So
Yeah.
we'll go through the Verilog and.
Yeah, the Verilog will be next on our list.
Can you send an email about what should we do for the project?
The project? Yeah, I have many project topics. If you guys don't have any idea of your
No, I
own.
mean like the details of what should we do, what should
Oh.
we do with them.
It's usually just Verilog. You write Verilog code and you simulate it in Model Sim or Xilinx or whatever simulator you want. And after you do that, you need to synthesize your code into a netlist, which is from your code we have a software that will produce a schematic from the code. And this is very easy step to synthesize. It's very quick. You just need to supply the code and it gives you the schematic.
So
But this is all you need to do.
when do we use Cadence?
Cadence, you don't use it in the project, just for assignments.
Really?
Unless Dr. Bayumi has other plans.
I think you have a
But we'll see.
Because Cadence may be just for simulation of the schematic we have. That's it.
Yeah.
But if I'd like to have the layout, that's fine.
You just
That's
only
the point I'd like to.
Cadence-
If I have a code and I'd like to obtain the layout.
There's a different tool for that. It's actually
Something-
also part of Cadence, but it's not Virtuoso. It's another thing under Cadence.
Are we gonna learn how to do the layout?
Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry, you'll learn everything.
So you have a tutorial for that?
For the layout, yes. And for this too, I have a tutorial. Now there's still the power measurement I haven't done, but do you guys want to do it now? It only takes 5 minutes.
To do what?
Power measurement for the circuit.
Yeah, right now.
Okay. It's actually very straightforward. Right from the graph, you go into. Actually, I need to refresh about this for a little bit. Let me open the. This is a tutorial that I wrote. Okay. So first thing, we go into the tools browser, and then transient.
So it's like
Hmm?
so it's like you choose which one you want to calculate the bar.
No, actually, here I've missed one step, which is in the outputs. I need to also select I can select the power from here. Anyway, I need to remember that, so we'll do it later. Don't worry about it. It's in the tutorial anyway.
So we can also do this schematic on Verilog, right? And then
Hmm? You can what?
we can write it in Verilog codes to do it. The schematic that we have now.
The schematic. You don't usually. No, you don't write schematics in Verilog. In Verilog, you write
Just
code. Yeah, like addition, logic.
We can convert those codes into a schematic.
Right. Yeah.
And do we have to use Verilog? Can we use VHDL, for example?
You already know VHDL?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I know Verilog, but most of the work I did with
No
VHDL.
correlations for the first.
You can do VHDL. You'd have to check with Dr. because he prefers Verilog, so you'd have to
Yeah,
check with him
but
first.
he said that he said that we can use VHDL, but I don't know for the practical, for the practical point of view.
It's
can
just
we do
it's the
that?
same thing. The software doesn't care if it's Verilog or VHDL. It's actually here. I found it. You guys are unlucky. I go to outputs, save all, and I choose all under power signals. Okay, now I simulate again.
You have a lot of line.
This file is the netlist file.
Out.
This file is. Do you have a class or?
No. That's the only.
Oh, okay. Okay, forget about it. Let's leave.